right, good afternoon. We are on the record in the matter of People versus Harlon John Rabby. I have two case numbers, 25-1095-FY and 26-0196-SM. May I have appearances for the record?
Yes, good afternoon, Your Honor. Melissa Vachon on behalf of Mr. Rabby. He's present via Zoom from the Ingham County Jail.
Thank you. Actually, my apologies, Mr. Rabby. I'm going to pause. We're going to start again when you're unmuted and able to participate fully. My apologies about that. All right, we'll start over. We are on the record in the matter of People versus Harlon John Rabby. I have two case files, 25-1095-FY and 26-0196-SM. May I have appearances for the record?
Yes, Your Honor. Melissa Vachon on behalf of Mr. Rabby. He's present via Zoom from the Ingham County Jail.
Thank you. Mr. Rabby, could you please state your name for the record?
Harlon John Rabby.
All right, thank you, sir. So we are here for two matters. One is a bench warrant arraignment in case 25-1095-FY. This bench warrant was issued for your arrest when you failed to appear in December. You were arraigned on this matter November 28th of 2025 and given a $15,000 PR bond. You were told to report to 30th Circuit Pretrial Services, given bond conditions, including not going to the MSU campus. You were scheduled to return for a pretrial conference and failed to do so on December 12th of 2025. And Judge Greenwald entered a no bond warrant on your behalf after your absence. Attorney Vachon, do you know Mr. Rabby's whereabouts?
Yes, Your Honor. He informed me that he did go to court on that day, but unfortunately he went to the wrong court. He went to the Lansing court, and he does not have a phone. Was not sure of the next steps, but he did attempt to go that day and went to the wrong building.
Okay, thank you. So in that matter, I am going to set a bond, but I believe, as I told you at arraignment, because I did that initial arraignment, that you didn't need to post any money with the court that day, but if you failed to appear or failed to follow court orders or bond conditions, that the bench warrant would be issued for your arrest and you would have to post $15,000 to get out. I think given the lapse of time here, and a reasonable belief that you have indeed been in the community throughout that time, I'm going to reinstate the $15,000 bond, but as cash surety. This case will come before Judge Greenwald. She is a very fair and knowledgeable judge. I'm going to put some other conditions on the bond, and I'm going to read them at the same time as any bond conditions in case 26-0196-SM. So in this case, Mr. Rabby, you are accused of trespassing, and the specific allegation is that on or about March 5th of 2026 at 241 West Brody Road in the city of East Lansing, Ingham County, state of Michigan, you did enter the lands or premises of Michigan State University without lawful authority, after having been forbidden to do so by the Michigan State University Police Department, who is the agent of the owner of said lands or premises, and this is alleged contrary to Michigan law MCL 750.552. This is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 30 days in jail and or $250 in fines. And this is alleged against the peace and dignity of the people of the state of Michigan. Now, you have certain rights. You have the right to be represented by an attorney, and Attorney Vachon, will Mr. Rabby be applying to your office for representation?
Yes, he is, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. Rabby, if you can't afford an attorney, the court will provide one for you. And I'm particularly proud of the public defenders we have in this court. Now, if you wish to hire your own attorney, you may do that. You would get to choose them. You would also have to pay them. You have the right, as this case goes forward, to have these charges heard at trial. And at that trial, the prosecutor would have to bring evidence against you. You could question that evidence, and you could question any witnesses the prosecutor called. If you had a trial, you could call your own witnesses, and if they didn't want to appear, court could issue the subpoena, and the court could make them appear. If you had a trial, you could testify on your own behalf, or you could remain silent. And if you remained silent, no one could use that silence against you. If you had a trial, you and your attorney could bring any evidence you wish, or you could say nothing at all, because it's the prosecutor's job to prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. And perhaps most importantly, you have a constitutional right against self-incrimination. That's your Fifth Amendment to the Constitution. That means no one can do anything that forces you or tricks you into making yourself guilty. At this point, Attorney Vachon, do you believe Mr. Rabby has an understanding of his rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. And how does Mr. Rabby wish to plead?
We will enter a not guilty plea.
Thank you. The court accepts and enters that not guilty. So next up, Mr. Rabby, I have some dates when you'll return to court, and you will receive these in writing. You will return to court at 11:30 a.m., March 19th, for a pretrial conference, at 9:30 a.m., May 11th, for a final pretrial conference, and at 1 p.m. on May 12th for jury selection. Please stay in touch with your attorney because those dates can change. Attorney Vachon, would you like to be heard on bond or bail?
Yes, I would, Your Honor. Originally, I was going to request a PR bond given that this is a non-violent misdemeanor offense. However, given the bond set in his other case, I would ask that the court set a low cash bond so he can receive credit in this file.
Okay. So, Mr. Rabby, I am going to honor your attorney's request, and I'm going to set a $250 cash surety bond in this matter. I'm going to put some other conditions on the bond, and you are going to receive these in writing. First, you may not leave the state of Michigan without prior permission from this court. Second, I have to tell you this up front. I have no reason to believe it's going to happen, but you may not commit any crime while released. Again, you are presumed innocent, but I have to tell you that. Number 3, you must immediately notify this court in writing of any change of address or telephone number. The reason for that is when the court wants to communicate with you, we use the old-fashioned U.S. Postal Service. So please keep an eye on the mailbox. And Attorney Vachon, is the address the court has for Mr. Rabby accurate?
Yes, Your Honor, that's his father's address. He stated he can receive mail there.
Okay, thank you. So, Mr. Rabby, when you get out, please keep an eye on that mailbox. While this case is pending, you may not use alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal controlled substances. If you have any medication, you must take all medication as prescribed. I'm going to have you contact 30th Circuit pretrial services within 24 hours of your release to set up testing. While this case is pending, you may not possess or purchase a firearm or the dangerous weapon. You may not use any object as a weapon. You may not engage in any harassing, violent, threatening, stalking, or intimidating behavior toward anyone. You specifically may not go to the campus of Michigan State University. Check a few more. Let me just check something here. Just a moment, I'm looking. Felony file. And we have no named victims there. So I think that'll cover it. So, Mr. Raby, your cases are going back before Judge Greenwald. He's a very fair and knowledgeable judge, and I wish you the best of luck as you go through the process. Attorney Vachon, would you like a breakout room with Mr. Raby, or will you be in touch with him later?
Yes, if I could get a breakout room, thank you.
Okay, thank you, and I'll be standing by.
If you enjoy real courtroom drama and shocking sovereign citizen moments, make sure to subscribe, hit like, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next courtroom showdown.